Damo from Coast Barbell, strongest gym in the north. And today I've just got a couple of handy hits for you to loosen up those tight areas, help alleviate a little bit of the DOMS, or delayed onset muscle soreness, and basically help you get a little bit more flexible. Okay, when you're training hard and you're finding you get a little bit sore and you get a bit of pain and you feel stiff and it's hard to get into your training, you might want to think about taking up a foam roller. It's one of these closed cell foam EVA rollers. You can purchase these. This has been cut down, this one. But you can purchase these for about $70 for a long one. What we do is we buy the long ones, we cut them in half because they only tend to banana in the middle anyway. So especially with heavier guys on them. So you cut one of these in half, then you've got two foam rollers and you can pretty much abuse the both of them. What the principle behind this is that the muscles are like a sausage, and the sausage of course has a skin on it that stops all the meat or the muscle falling out of it. That's called the myofacial skin. And what happens when you exercise, say a hamstring contracting up and down, up and down, up and down all the time, the skin compacts tighter and tighter onto the muscle, and what the foam roller does is help relieve that tension and make the muscle a little more elastic, so therefore you're not so stiff, you're not so sore all the time. Okay, so doing that, rolling over these, I recommend sort of 30 passes at one time over one area, especially hamstrings, and the glutes, the quads, and basically any body part you can get to. This has worked really well on my abductor that I've injured, and it's also worked really well on my bicep rehab when I partially tore the distal bicep tendon. So foam rollers are really good, but when you need to upgrade and things aren't, the foam roller's just not doing it to you anymore, you really want to go for one of these. This is a piece of water pipe that they use under the ground, and you can see it's really thick wall, and it's a little more hardcore, so you probably want to start in the foam roller and then move up to what we call the pipe. We've actually named these the violator, because you do feel a bit violated the first time you get on it, and also the intruder, because you really do feel like you've been intruded upon. And the same theory applies, just 30 passes a couple of times over each body part and you're really away. When you've got an area that's a little harder to get to, say into the delts, into the groin, and right up into the piriformis, which is right up inside the glutes there, you need to go to the soft ball. Now, I wouldn't recommend jumping straight on this. I'd recommend starting with a tennis ball first, which is a lot softer. You can even go for one of those cricket hybrid tennis balls, sort of half vinyl, half tennis ball material. Bigger guys, you've just got to go straight to this, because all we do is going to squash a tennis ball. And what you want to do is you want to get this in your body part. For example, say in the glute, you can just sit on this into the side of the hip flexors, just basically fall on it and just work it around. And you want to spend a good sort of 30 seconds to a minute really digging right in with the ball and getting right into those little hard to reach places. Other places you can use this, although not quite as effective as the screwdriver handle, which I'll talk about in a minute, is into the elbows. So you can get right up into the elbows here, right up into the forearms. I did this a lot when I was rehabbing my bicep tendon. The knees is good, top and bottom of the knees, in behind the knee, and sitting back on the ball and behind the knee, also very effective as well. The next thing you can go to is the screwdriver handle. Now the screwdriver handle is fantastic and we use it all the time. You need to go for quite a big screwdriver handle. One of those little pissy things about the size of your thumb isn't going to do it. It's probably going to cause more damage than good and leave you bruised. Go for a nice broad screwdriver handle. Heat the area up. Say if you've got an elbow that you need to do some work on, heat the area up with a heat pack or hot shower, and then put a bit of oil on it, a bit of Karma Love oil, and then give it the love with the screwdriver handle. If you've got a partner that's willing to do this for you, it's even better, because if you go and ask someone to massage you with the thumb, they're going to wear their thumb out in 5 minutes. They're not going to want to do it. But if you want someone to sit there with a screwdriver handle, they just hold the shaft of the screwdriver, get the handle in there. It's a lot easier on the person doing the work, and it's also really good for what you're trying to do as well. When it comes to rehabbing injuries, the screwdriver handle is probably a really critical tool. Your physiotherapist won't tell you that, because he wants you to pay $35 for his every visit, which is paying for his next holiday. But for clearing out scar tissue and stuff like that, get in there with a screwdriver handle, just work those areas, those hard to get to areas. You can get right up in the traps, into the scaps. You'll get that a lot from bench pressing and stuff like that. Get quite tight in the scapulars, get right in there and work all those areas hard. So you've got the foam roller, you've got the intruder or the hard pipe, or the violator we like to call it. You've got your hard ball, also your soft ball if you're just starting out or if you're a lighter lifter, and then you've got your screwdriver. And along with the contrast therapy, which was spoken about in a previous vid, then you should be all ready to rock and roll. So that's it from me, Coast Barbell, strongest gym in the north.